Vincent and Terry Irion. I think it's Christopher to Terry, is that right?
Mayor, members of the City Council, my name is Terry Irion. I'm with the Austin law firm, Irion Slade. With me tonight is my partner, George Slade, who heads up our litigation practice. We're here to urge you to call the election on a referendum petition regarding Amendment Number 3 to the Sunfield Bud. I don't think I'm alone. Anybody here that's for that? Raise your hand. Okay. I would suggest to you that little can be gained by refusing the will of the 788 registered voters who signed the petition that your city secretary certified as legally sufficient on September the 9th. The charter provides in section 9.13 that once that petition is certified as legally sufficient, that the action that you took is suspended until the time of the election, or if you don't call the election until there's a final non-appealable order determining whether or not you have a duty and an obligation to call the election. So there really is no advantage either to the developer of the Sunfield Bud or U.S. Foods, who I understand is the contract vendee, to reject the call for the election, because no action is going to be final that anybody can rely on until after this matter is resolved, hopefully without litigation, but if that's what's necessary, then through litigation. The case law is pretty clear that once the petition is certified as legally sufficient, the council loses its discretion to opine on whether or not you think the referendum petition is an appropriate subject matter for referendum or not. Absent a clear and express prohibition in the city charter. Now, the city charter does expressly prohibit certain matters from being the subject of a referendum petition. For example, any consideration of levy of taxes, approval of budgets, approval of CIP programs, any kind of money appropriation, issuing of bonds, setting of utility rates, setting of officials' salaries. All of those are expressly prohibited and excluded from the field of what is an appropriate matter for referendum. If it is not expressly prohibited from the field that is appropriate for referendum, all other resolution and ordinance actions of the City Council are subject to referendum unless prohibited by an express provision of state law. Now, we know that the state law, Chapter 54 of the Texas Water Code and the Local Government Code, Chapter 42, they expressly give the City Council the authority to approve by ordinance or resolution by consent agreements. So we know there isn't an express prohibition against this matter being considered by the people. I'm going to urge that you reconsider your action and call this election. Section 9.14 of your charter gives you the express authority to put any matter that you can take by action that you can take by ordinance, by resolution, or by any other form or measure to a popular vote, if you so choose, whether you have a petition signed by 20% of the registered voters or not. So I ask you, why would you refuse to accept a valid petition by 788 of your fellow citizens that have urged you to take this action when you have the express authority to do it, even if you don't have 788 votes, which I understand is more than normally vote in any city council election, there has been a very clear sense in this community that this is a matter that should be reconsidered, it should be debated, it should be the subject matter of election. I urge you to take that action. Thank you very much. I'm here to answer any questions if you have any.
Is that
You want to clarify what exception? Is it anticipation litigation or is it?
This time, look.
That's what it said on the agenda.
City Council will meet in an executive session to discuss litigation correspondence and discussion regarding Barbara PQ and
It's I. Councilman.
Okay. City Council will meet in executive session under Texas Government Code 551.071, attorney-client consultation pending and/or contemplated litigation on the following: 1. Discussion regarding the threat of litigation correspondence from attorney Terry Irion regarding the petition requesting referendum on amendment number 3 to the agreement concerning creation and operation of Sunfield Municipal Utility District number 1, formerly Winfield Municipal Utility District number 1. 2. Discussion regarding Barbara PQ, Anne Marie PQ Sheely, and Stephanie PQ v. the City of Buda and Bobby Lane in the 200th Judicial District, Hayes County, Texas, number 08128.
We'll be going into executive session at 7:13.